The big reason that we are still goalless at this point, if you're Newcastle, you got to be pretty thrilled with this. What do you need to see more of from Liverpool?
You need to see more runners from the midfield. I think there's no question about that, because what's happened is Firmino's dropping, as we know he does as a false number 9. So then you've got the two full-backs, and then you've got Mane and Salah. So you've got 5v4 then Newcastle have in their favour. And Firmino's dropping off, and you want to see then a crossover. You want to see the likes of Curtis Jones looking to get forward as well. That's key to it for me. Midfield runners will get Liverpool on top.
It's quite static. You've got Henderson, Milner and Curtis Jones. And when Firmino comes that way, one of them's got to go the other way and find that space. They haven't been able to do that. And so, fairness to Newcastle, they've defended well. One-on-ones, got blocks in, and the two wing-backs have got forward when they can. The problem for Liverpool is these two types of Liverpool. These Liverpool who score 7 against Palace, or these are Liverpool who struggle against West Brom. And we kind of got the struggling Liverpool today. And there's a number of chances that came in the game where you're starting to think Liverpool are going to put something away. Here's a little breakdown of a few of them. Dan, as the ball comes in, you see Trent Alexander-Arnold. We showed this one in the highlights. Probably should do better, either hit the target or pick out a teammate. Bobby Firmino there, he's touched just off a little bit in that last third, you know, something that we usually expect to see.
Yeah, and then you see Salah in this one, more often than not, he gets the ball and he puts it in the back. And even this one with Firmino, usually his first touch sees the goalkeeper off his line and he's hitting the target. So that'll be a real source of frustration from Klopp, as you can see.
Two interesting targets, two possibilities. Thiago in midfield, who might open something up with a little bit of craft. Oxlade-Chamberlain's legs and energy from midfield might be something that Jurgen Klopp goes to.
I mean, there's frustration here, but if you're Jurgen Klopp, are you just encouraged because you're getting the opportunities that you normally would finish?
I think you are, but midfield is a problem for me at the moment. Oxlade-Chamberlain, like I say, Thiago, unbelievable ball. Oxlade-Chamberlain brings the pace. That's what you may be able to do, maybe be able to get beyond this back five, because the front three aren't going to be able to do it, so it might be a midfield change, which does.
To be fair to Newcastle, they've carried a little bit of danger. Alan Wilson and Yedlin and Ritchie, so there's still a bit of work for Liverpool to do.
All right, this was supposed to...
Carl, you walked over, all smiles. I take it that's a team performance that you're proud of tonight?
Yeah, I think it's a terrific effort from us. I think we've got Man City away and then Liverpool at home, and Man City away can blow you away, and I thought we stayed in the game and we did brilliantly there. And then to come here and grind out a point against the champions is credit to the lads and the work rate to come off the back of playing two top sides in 4 days. So it's a good point for us and we can build now.
On Prime Video, we've been...
So, Carl Darlow, fantastic, and the Liverpool players will be seeing him in their nightmares at this point. But if you're Liverpool, I mean, the opportunities are there. The build-up is there. What do you take away from this match?
What I take away is Liverpool's attack, as sharp as it can be, met a Newcastle defence that was outstanding. And Carl Darlow was part of it. Clark, Fernandes and Cher, as three centre-backs, did their job brilliantly. The two wing-backs in front, it was a team effort. But again, Liverpool have had the chances and not put them away. They were static in midfield, didn't have that driving run that you'd expect. Moved the ball slowly at times, that allowed Newcastle to get back. And a draw against West Bromwich Albion and a draw now against Newcastle United is not the way they wanted to end this year. That's been a brilliant year in terms of winning titles, but now can they hang on to it?
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting that after the West Brom match, Jurgen Klopp said, we don't live in dreamland and just win football matches because we want to win them. Some of that was talking about the work rate. What do you think of the work rate today?
I think when you look at Liverpool, they are a team that, you know, along with Leeds United, their work rate is never questioned. And I think it would be unfair to question the work rate today in terms of, oh, they just thought they were going to go to Newcastle and get a result. I think the intensity in which they play with, the amount of games that they've had recently, it's going to have an effect. There's no doubt about it. But the one thing that would be concerning me, if I'm Jurgen Klopp, was the home form and the away form. Yes, they drew with West Brom at home, but 10 more points at home. You know, not scoring as many away from home. That would be the concern for me, that they're struggling away from home. The home form's absolutely fine.
What do you make of that? Because obviously you're not dealing with fans. There's not an intimidation factor. It's...
Listen, it's this kind of year, and what that does give now is hope to the rest of the group. It's Manchester United at top of the chasing pack, and it's not going to be a Liverpool, I don't think, that's going to have 8, 10, 12 points clear. It's going to go close, and Liverpool will have to scrap some results out, where last year, when the finishing is good, we'll see the great games and the 7-0s against Crystal Palace. On those other days, we're going to see some 1-1s and some 0-0s, and, you know, they're going to have to take those points as well.
So, goalless draw on this one. Still, Liverpool will enter 2021 top of the table. Liverpool back top at New Year's for the 3rd straight season. They have a 3-point lead over their over rivals Manchester United. They play Friday, as we mentioned. Leicester City and Everton round out the top 4 with Chelsea, Tottenham, and Man City on the outside looking in. As for the bottom half, we highlight Newcastle United, but the biggest surprise there is Arsenal, who have won their last 2 matches. Wolves, Leeds, and West Ham just ahead of the Gunners. Fulham, West Brom, and Sheffield United are your bottom 3. And that is your Premier League updates.